This is the Reality Radio Network on Telstar 5 Transponder 5 and on the internet at realityradionetwork.com.
Everybody. I got an email from a listener. I wanted to read this because I thought it was really good, a little thought-provoking. It says, Sherry, are you sure you are not being too liberal saying that we have 6 months to stock up on food and water? I think we may have possibly until the end of December of this year. If we have one more catastrophic event, such as Katrina, Rita, another powerful hurricane, a new Madrid earthquake, or a quake on the West Coast that may affect refineries, I believe there's a possibility of gasoline rationing and a possible lockdown of major cities. Can you see the pandemonium among the people? I sensed today when Bush suggested not to take unnecessary trips that there may be stronger restraint coming soon, that is, if there is another event. As far as the Nephilim or Anunnaki, just wait until they physically reveal themselves and NASA has to reveal that they are here. We are on the brink of more spectacular events. This is from Drew. And I totally agree. You know, I totally agree. We don't know how much longer, how much more time that we do have. You know, some areas may have 6 months until they start feeling the pinch on things. Other areas may not have next week. And so, yeah, I mean, hurricane season is not over by any means. There is a third disaster coming. I don't know if it will be the end of September or the end of October, but definitely a possibility that we're not out of hurricane season yet. And you know what? Anything could happen by December, by January. We know there's supposed to be all kinds of pandemonium and chaos by March. Just from their own hidden speech, what we've been able to find, backward masking the speeches of these politicians who give hints away of things going on with their own agenda. And so they're planning for some kind of big event in March. And so we know things are definitely winding down. And I just got you can contact me at SherryTalkRadio at yahoo.com, where you can send me an instant message at SherryTalkRadio at yahoo.com. And I got one from one that says, I believe the Mayan calendar of 2012 was a lie, purposely put there to deceive us into thinking we have more time than we really have. And that could be true. I mean, the Lord keeps saying He's coming soon, He's coming. But if we keep thinking, well, it's only 2005, and hey, we've got to 2012, that's at least 7 years, we could be kidding ourselves. You know, like I've said all along, don't expect things to go along a predefined path that you think last day's events have to be. Because when it comes to biblical prophecy, they can be spiritual, they can be literal, they can be figurative. There's between those 3 different routes that prophecy can take, you don't know which one you're looking at, when, exactly how it's going to happen until it happens. You know, and so, you know, I know I grew up for 30 years thinking things were going to happen in a predefined particular way. And then, you know, you start learning that, that was figurative to explain a spiritual concept, or that was spiritual to explain a literal concept, and you just go on and on. And you know what? He can do things exactly how he wants them at any time he wants them. He can pull the rug out from under all of us now and decide he's going to come back now. You know, and use everything else as spiritual or figurative meanings to try to explain things. You know, his ways aren't our ways, and so we don't know how much time we have. And certainly, even if you're planning on, okay, I've got 7 years for a 7-year trip. How do you get 7 years? When Daniel counted out 42 months, John counted out 1,260 days, and the church adds both of them together. You know, and so there's a good argument on that, on why people seem to believe that there's a 7-year period, when by all accounts it only seems to be 1,260 days or 1 3.5-year period. And so, you know what, just don't get to the point where you think you know it all. You know, because nobody knows it all. Lord's already said that. Nobody has it all right. Nobody does. And so what we can do is learn from each other and use the information that each one of us has and put together pieces of the puzzle to try to figure out these last days. Yeah.
You have a caller?
Okay, go ahead and put them on.
You're up, caller.
Hello, Sherry. My name is Mark. I'm from Sacramento.
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
Love your show. I've emailed you several times, but you never responded. I know you're pretty busy. And I'm still at work in Sacramento, and I thought, hey, maybe I should try to call her.
Yeah, well, you know what? It always depends on the email.
Okay.
Sometimes, if it sounds like if the subject line is questionable, I just delete them.
Okay.
Other times, if it's thought-provoking and I want to get back to it later, I don't respond right away.
Right.
And so that's what I tell people, just keep emailing me. Get my attention.
Well, I think one of the things I asked you about was Iridium, the alternate internet that they already have set up.
Okay.
1,000 times faster than the regular internet.
Yeah, I've heard of that. They're already testing it in universities.
Yeah, and there's 73 satellites, covers every inch of the Earth with GPS. I mean, you can have an Iridium phone and call from the middle of, the Badlands in Australia or something,
Right. Oh, you're one of these emails I probably set aside for future info, because you're one of these people that sends me info.
Okay.
And I just set it aside for info.
Okay, but I do have a question, though.
Okay.
The Hurricane Rita it seemed like it was really going there, Category 5.
Yeah, it would have been.
Then it kind of dialed down to a Category 3.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, because I know the timetable of a lot of this stuff, and I know what their plans are, New World Order, all that stuff. I'm thinking that the Lord is giving us kind of a breather. So that people who are paying attention can have more time to prepare, because I really thought that was, that was going to be a lot harsher than it turned out to be.
It should have been.
Yeah.
It should have been. And